I am back on track after vacation. If you want to know what sold the last week, stay tuned.
Three Queens Brazil, where the deals just shine. Boss ladies on the grind every single time. From Vegas to new, they got the fashion view. Step into their world, you feel brand new. Got Gucci, got Prada, got everything you crave. Their passion for fashion is what they bravely gave. Brazil getting strong and the ladies in command. Three Queens Brazil, taking over the land.
Hey friends, it is Stephanie with Three Queens Resale, and in this video I am going to share with you what sold over the past 7 days. If you're new here, welcome, and reseller besties, hashtag accountability partners. Thanks for joining me. I do appreciate you guys as we work on growing our YouTube channel, or my small little YouTube channel, Positive Vibes Only here, about reselling. So thank you guys so much for joining. So in news you can use, I am back from vacation. It has taken me a couple of days to just kind of like get back in the rhythm of things. So this week this will be my last like full week what sold. Then I'll get back to doing, as you guys know, I like to do like daily updates or bunch the days up until a couple of days in my videos. So I want to get back to doing that after I get this what sold done. So if you are experiencing summer slowdown, let me know in the comments like what you're doing to try to combat that. I don't have a good judge on that yet because I haven't really had a good full week of summer where I have been reselling and doing all my full-time reselling listing work. So this week we are back listing 30 items a day. I'm sourcing 30 items a day, which comes out to 210 items a week. So we are back at our full capacity. So you'll get to see some great bins hauls, consignment shop hauls. I even did a haul on the way to the airport. So I will show you what I picked up in that Goodwill haul. But I'm expecting to just... there's about 78 days until Posh Fest, so I'm expecting to just work hard and crank it out and build that consistency over the next 75 days or so. So we are going to get into what sold. So if you like what sold videos, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe because it does help not only my channel, but it will feed you other reseller content that I watch or that you might be interested in as well, and introduce you to more of the reseller community. So starting off with June 9th, we had a total of 6 sales. The first is this Cupshe New Attack one-piece swimsuit, size medium. It sold for $8 after the $2.95 in fees. I was left with $5.05, and that had been listed since January 30th. Then also on Poshmark, we had this We the Free flare leg corduroy pant, size 28. Corduroys are normally a fall winter item, but these sold in less than a month. They had been listed since May 1st, and the item total came to 19. After the $3.80 in fees, I was left with $15.20. Then on Poshmark, we sold this River Island long sleeve maxi dress, size 16. It sold for $35. After the $7 in fees, I was left with $28. It had been listed since January 26th. And I've found River Island twice this year, and they both have sold in pretty rapid succession. This one took a little longer, I think because it was a lighter fabric and more spring aesthetic. Next up, this was Under Armour Heat Gear Polo Blue, size medium. It sold on eBay and it had been listed since March 25th. Now, I never get a lot of money for Under Armour, but some of their pieces, I pick up for the consignment shop the buy sell trade. And then if the buy sell trade doesn't take them, I go ahead and list them. So the order total for this one was $15.90. The buyer paid 90 cents in sales tax. The transaction fee was $2.36. The shipping label was $5. The ad fee was 80 cents, and my earnings were $6.87. Next up on eBay was this Jones New York casual white pant, size 12. The order total was $35.60. The buyer paid $1.13 in sales tax. The transaction fee was $4.80. The shipping label was $9.45, and my earnings were $20.24. Those had flipped in less than 30 days. They had only been listed since May 14th. Next up, we had a Macari sale. I love Macari sales because there are no seller fees. And it was this Torrid Peach Mesh Duster Cardigan, size 3, 4X. And it sold for $14.63. So that brings our numbers for Sunday to eBay. We had $27.08 in sales over the course of 2 items. On the other platforms, which include Poshmark and Macari, we had $62.88 in sales for those 4 items. And our total for the day was $89.96. The average sale price was $14.99, and our cost of goods was $13.75. Next up, we have Monday, June 10th. We had 3 sales, 2 on Poshmark and 1 on eBay. First up was this Ann Taylor button front cardigan. It had been listed since January 22nd. It sold for $22 after the $4.40 in fees. I was left with $17.60. Classic cardigan sweaters do really well for me. Whenever I find an Ann Taylor, Loft, Charter Club, all those brands, they're like bread and butter brands. Their cardigan sweaters flip really consistently for me. Because I'm in central Indiana, and even though it's a bagillion degrees outside right now, it is cold. Like, it is cold in my house. So just a lightweight cardigan to keep at your desk, keep in your car, just around in various neutral colors is like a Midwest thing. So, and you never spend a lot of money for them, because if you leave it, it's like an umbrella. If you leave it somewhere, you don't want to be sad about it. So those types of things do really well for me. Next up, we had this Philosophy long sleeve hooded cardigan, size small. It had been listed since April 25th. Philosophy does not do well for me. I keep picking it up because I like the pieces, but I think I'm going to pick that. I'm going to get to a point with it that I am at the point with it. Let me be direct. That I am not going to pick it up anymore because the pieces don't sell for that much and they sit for a long time. This had only sat since April 25th. It sold for $15 after the $3 in fees. I was left with $12. And so if you remember, I started looking up sell-through rate in mid-April. So I already had a lot of inventory in my house and in our stores that had not, I did not look up sell-through rate on. I just bought it because I liked it. I liked the brand, and that Philosophy was one of those brands. And now that I have researched the sell-through rate, it's just not at the price point, the matrix that I needed to be to continue to pick it up. Next up on eBay, we had these Solidos espadrille loafers. They had been listed since August 7th of 2023. I messed up my things here. I'm just going to say I earned $9.86 off of these, but you can see the chart up there. So for the day, our total was $39.46. Our average sale price was $13.15, and our cost of goods is $4.30. I like the average sale price to be between that in that $15 to $25, 15 and above. I'd love it to be higher than 25. So as we move through summer slowdown, we're gonna see. We're gonna really focus on getting out older inventory, giving some people some great deals, so that the new stuff that we bring in can can flip quicker for a higher price. Unfortunately, Tuesday, June 11th was a zero sales day. I had a zero sales day last week and then one this week, but I think that is just because of the inconsistency of our work while we were on vacation. Hopefully we won't have any more zero sales days this summer, but it happens. It is what it is. Next up, we had Wednesday. I don't know if it scared me or what, but I think I sent out offers on Wednesday. And I'm not sure if it was because Tuesday was like such a dud that I was like, let's send out offers. But I do send out progressive offers on Poshmark once a week. So I'll explain my process. So the first week of the month, I send out 20% offers on everything in the closet that has at least one like. And offers usually go out on Wednesday or Thursday. I might alter it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but that's what it is right now. It's been Wednesday or Thursday. The second week of the month, I do 30% off everything. But there has to be a profit threshold of at least $5. And then now this week is the fourth week, the third weekend of the month is this week. So we're going to do 40% off the oldest listings. So anything that hasn't been listed within the last 90 days will get a 40% off offer if it has a like on it, like at least one like. And then the final week of the month, we do 50% off offers on the 100 oldest listings. So whatever those are, sometimes I do like 200 or 300. We have about 2,200 listings. So if I pick the oldest 250, it's still like only 10% of our total inventory. So those will get 50% off offers. The only offers that get shipping discounts are those offers sent out by Posher VA. And if you're not using Posher VA, it is a Chrome extension that shares my closet for me, sends out offers, and it can relist and delist items if I tell it to do so. It can also follow people back. It does follow people back for me and do all of those behind the scenes tasks so that I don't take up my time doing those. But I have it set to send out 20% off plus the shipping discount when you first like it. So that is the only time that you're going to get a shipping discount. Since Poshmark has taken the shipping discount off of its, you can send an offer without a shipping discount. I have chosen not to offer a shipping discount. I always struggled with it because it cuts so much into the profit of an item. And now that our sales have picked up on eBay, I don't feel like I need to. I feel like if they don't want it at the price because I don't send out those generous shipping offers on eBay or discount as much on eBay as I do on Poshmark. So unless an item's just been sitting for years and years and years, and that's why it's got a 50% off offer, I don't want to send out a shipping discount at this time. Some exceptions. So after each month, we go through the 20, 30, 40, 50, and the 4 weeks of the month. Then on that next Sunday, I do a closet clear out where I drop the price on everything in the closet by the 10%. So pretty aggressive strategy, but I do want to be a person who moves things, not stores things. So, and every time, so sometimes I can be discerning and I'm like, no, this is bought off season. I'm not going to drop the price on it. And I do go through and do that manually. So it's not automated. I go through and do that manually on that Sunday. It normally takes me all day. I do it by category so I don't lose track of what I've done. But so I kind of look at each item individually and decide, do I need to like drop the price on this or no? And there are categories that will not get dropped. For instance, boots will not get dropped in the summer. Sweaters the prices will not drop in the summer because those are coats will not drop in the summer just because those are off-season items. And of course, people aren't buying them now. The Converse is the same. In the winter, I don't drop swimwear and shorts and sandals just because that's not what people are buying anyway. I kind of like let those things hold over into the next season. So that's a little bit about my price dropping situation on Poshmark, but we did do a price drop, like a 30% off. So we had several good sales. So the first up was this Calvin Klein sleeveless shift dress size 10. It had been listed since February 1st. It sold for $12. After the $2.95 in fees, I was left with $9.05. Then we had this Van Heusen short sleeve floral print shirt, size 2XL. It sold on Poshmark and it had been listed since April 18th. And it sold for $11 after the $2.95 in fees. I was left with $8.05. Then also on Poshmark, we had this Madewell strawberry print button down shirt. It was an extra small that sold for $13. After the $2.95 in fees, I was left with $10.05. Then we had on Mercari this Robert Louis Newitt tag maxi skirt, size 2X. It sold for $15. It had been listed since December 1st of 23. Then on eBay, we had this soft surroundings long sleeve hooded top. The order total was $23.09. The transaction fee was $3.46. The shipping label was $5 and my earnings were $14.63. Unfortunately, I had a return request on that item yesterday, and so they will be sending that back. They will not get their shipping cost back, only the price of the item back. I do have 30-day returns on eBay, but buyer pays to have the item shipped back. And then on eBay, we had, and that had been listed since October of 2022. So I was happy to get rid of it because it was so old, but she didn't like it. She said it was too thin. So we will get that relisted. It might just go into an auction. And if you are not following me on Instagram or looking at my descriptions down below, check those out because I have started back doing auctions. We have one auction a day somewhere. It's 50 items or less, and it's real quick. It's just like a power hour where we run things super quickly on Whatnot and Posh Show. So I will link the next 7 auctions down below so that way you can come and join. If you are new to Whatnot, you will get, I have a code. I'll put my code down there for $15 off of your first purchase, and you can really clean up because things start super low. But thanks, and come and join me and let me know that you're there so I can send you a special little gift. Next up, on eBay was this Tommy Bahama linen squirt is that short? I can't remember already. Size 38. So this was a men's. The order total was $18.61. The sales tax was 99 cents. The transaction fee was $2.70. Shipping label $5.62 with the earnings of $9.60. Then we have these Athleta. I found these two Athleta sports or bralettes, little bras. So I lighted them up. There was a white one and a pink one. And I wish I would have kept these now because I think my little person needs new bras. And these are the kind I bought for her, but she likes the Target kind better anyway, so it's fine. But these bras are expensive. They're like $35 a piece. And so when I found them in the bins, I was like, I know somebody would want these. The order total was $21.31. The sales tax was 88 cents. The transaction fee was $3.03. The shipping label was $4.43, and the earnings were $12.97. Then we had this Eileen Fisher romper, black, size medium, sell on eBay. The order total for that was $32.17. The sales tax was $2.10. The transaction fee was $2.37. The shipping label was $5.07. The ad fee was $1.61, and my earnings were $19.02. I do get around to promoting everything eventually. And as you can tell, like, things are not bought up with the ad fee, the promoted listing that often. So I am going to kind of do some research on what percentage of my items sell using the ad fee. I only promote 2 to 3%, sometimes 5 on really like basic items, but I feel like it's get your items in front of more people, but at the same time, I don't think it cuts that much into the profit. That romper had been listed since November 20th of 2023. Next, we had a Depop sale. We had this Athleta tank top size extra large. The order total was $15. The transaction fee was $118. The Depop fee was $150, and my total came to $12.32. My earnings. Then on Poshmark, we have these Athleta Salutation / pocket leggings size medium. They have been listed since May 27th. So those leggings and both these Athleta pieces were listed on the same day and sold on the same day. That's kind of cool. These sold for $17. After the $3.40 in fees, I was left with $16.30. Then we had this Lily Pulitzer blue polo shirt. So I love Lily Pulitzer, but I'm going to tell you with Lily Pulitzer, the more vibrant patterns are the ones that get the big bucks. The order total was $31.71. The sales tax was $3.40. The transaction fee was $3.90, and the shipping label was $4.31. My earnings were $20.10 on that, and it had been listed since May 16th, so just over a month and like 4 days. So our totals for the day. Wednesday, we had eBay 5 sales for $76.32. The other platforms, which included Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, $68.07. We had 11 sales for the day for a total of $144.39. The average sale price is at $13.12, and the cost of goods at $12.65. So Thursday, we had some residuals sales from the offers that I sent out, the 30% offers that I had sent out to likers on Wednesday. So we had a total of 10 sales total, starting with Poshmark. This Metallica band t-shirt extra large sold for $22. After the $4.40 in fees, I was left with $17.60. And that had been in auction like for over a year now. And when we stopped doing auctions, now I brought them back. We're just testing something for the summer. So it's not, I don't know. I don't know what role auctions will play in our business, but like I said, we are doing the power hour. It's not going to be this thing where I'm running 500 pieces or anything like that. Just 50 items or less. I alternate between Whatnot and Poshmark each day. So I had picked this shirt up for auction last summer and it didn't sell. So all of that stuff I have fed back into our inventory, and then it's sold for 22 on Poshmark. So that's exciting, but I don't have the date that I had that obtained that. Next on Poshmark were these American Eagle straight leg jeans size 10. They sold for $19. After the $3.80 in fees, I was left with $15.20. Then we have these Jessica Simpson Rain Pump size 11. They have been listed since July 10th of 23. They sold for $10. I took an offer for $10. After the $2.95 in fees, I was left with $7.05. When I get those lower offers like that, the first thing I do is check all the platforms to see how much interaction it has. Have people liked it on Mercari? Have people liked it on, the other eBay? Or does it have any watchers? Does it have any likes on Depop? If it doesn't have any likes anywhere, I'm like, fine, you can have it. Because if there's not a bunch of interest in it, I don't want to pass up the one offer that I've got for it to sit for another year. Next up, we have this Banana Republic BioStretch Sheath Dress size 2. It had been listed since February 26th. It sold for $19. After the $3.80 in fees, I was left with $15.20. I'm not really picking up Banana Republic anymore. But if you are going to pick up, if I am going to pick up Banana Republic, it is going to be a dress or a blazer. Those are the two items that I can still see value in when I look up sell-through rate on eBay. So the pants, unless they're a larger size, the market is just extremely saturated and the sell-through rate is very, very low. Next up, we have this Lululemon long distance short sleeve, gray, large, sold for $15. After the $3 in fees, I was left with $12. That had been listed since April 16th. Then on Poshmark, we have this BCBG Generation Slide, size 8.5. It had been listed since April 18th. It sold for $13. After the $2.95 in fees, I was left with $10.05. Then on Poshmark, we had this Trina Turk Nuit Tag Rio Paddle Swimsuit size large. This was like a $200 swimsuit. It sold for $35. After the $7 in fees, I was left with $28. And that had been listed since June 30th of 23, so almost a year. And then on Mercari, we had this Banana Republic jumpsuit with this green floral print, size 6. It sold for $22.50, and it had been listed since October 4th of 23. Then finishing up with eBay, Under Armour polo shirt, blue, size medium. It sold, order total was $14.15. The transaction fee was $2.15. Shipping label was $5.15, and our earnings were $6.85. And then our final sale for Thursday was this Calvin Klein velour tracksuit, size 2X green. The order total was $37.73. The sales tax, was $2.31. The transaction fee was $5.40. Shipping label was $10.42, and my earnings for that was $19.60. So our total for Thursday was $154. We had 10 items sell. The breakdown is eBay was $26.45 with 2 items, and other platforms was $127.60 with 8 items. Our average sale price was $15.41, and our cost of goods was $13. Moving on to Friday, June 14th, we had 3 sales. The first was this Eileen Fisher new tag casual pant size large. It had been listed since January 25th, and it sold on Poshmark for $24. After the $4.80 in fees, I was left with $19.20. I love picking up Eileen Fisher. It is a bread and butter brand for me. Retail, it is very expensive, so I love picking it up. It's gonna hit in that $20 to $30 range. Next up on Poshmark, we had this Eloquy button-down blouse, size 18. It sold for $13 after the $2.95 in fees. I was left with $10.05. And this was another item that I had purchased for auction, but when we stopped doing auctions, like at the scale that we were, and I listed all of those items, this is one that got listed, and then we ended up making $10 off of it. And then on Depop, we had this Ariat quarter zip green size small. It had been listed since May 27th, so under 30 days. And the order total was $15. The transaction fee was $121. The Depop fee was $150, and the earnings was $12.29. So our total was $41.54 for the 3 items. Our average sale price is $13.85, and our cost of goods is $4. Finishing up with Saturday, we had 4 sales, and the Poshmark, actually, I gotta take this out. We only had 3 sales because the Poshmark sale, the item sold somewhere else, and it was still listed on Poshmark and sold again. So we had to cancel that sale. So we had 3 sales on eBay. The first was this Vineyard Vines polo shirt, blue, size medium. It had been listed since May 31st, so under 30 days. The order total was $17.57. The transaction fee was $2.57. The shipping label was $5.07, and my earnings were $9.93. Then next we had this Weather Free oversized thermal top, small and glazed ginger. It had been listed since April 22nd. The order total was $32.01. The sales tax was $2.01. The transaction fee was $4.35. The shipping label was $5.32, and my earnings for that were $20.03. And then finally, we sold this White House Black Market maxi dress, white with this multicolored print. It was a size 14. The order total was $22.39. The sales tax was $116. The transaction fee was $3.17. The shipping label was $6.23, and my earnings came to $10.71 on that. And so for the day, we sold $40.37 for the 3 items. The average sale price was $13.57, and then our cost of goods was at $4. So that is it for our long what sold videos. We should be back to our short daily ones in the next video. I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Let me know down in the comments how your week went, how summer slowdown is impacting you, and I will see you in the next one, friends.
3 Queens, Brazil, where the deals just shine. Boss ladies on the grind every single time. From Vegas to new, they got the fashion view. Step into their world, you feel brand new. Got Gucci, got Prada, got everything you crave. Their passion for fashion is what they bravely gave. Brazil getting strong and the ladies in command. 3 Queens, Brazil, taking over the land.